Hi guys, it's Rick Shiels down here at Quest Golf Academy. We've come inside today because the weather outside is horrendous. And I'm going to be testing the new Mizuno Jpx900 Hybrid. And I'm going to move into the fairway wood next. I tested the driver a couple of months ago and was delighted with the performance, loved it. And I love the new blue look that they've introduced with this hybrid and the fairway to complement the driver as well. Now this hybrid, I'm going to do two separate videos on these two clubs. I feel like they both warrant their own video, their own reviews, because there's technologies that are quite different. Starting off with the hybrid first. And on their website, they're claiming this is 4 clubs in one. So I think it's a bit of a bold statement, if I'm dead honest with you, unless you start using this thing for putting as well. But really what they're trying to say is that how much more adjustable it is. This is an incredibly adjustable lofted hybrid. And I love adjustable lofted hybrids because I feel that a lot of golfers grab a 3 hybrid or a 4 hybrid, stick it in the bag, and often or not, it's very closely matched to a club they already have in their bag, whether it be in a long iron or even a more lofted fairway wood. With this option that you can change the loft, so you can start fine tuning that. So even if you did pick up a 3 hybrid, which this one is in 19 degrees, you've got the option with this to go 2 degrees less loft and 2 degrees more loft. Love that. Love that. Doesn't only fill gaps in your set, it also gives you options. If it's a windy day, you could potentially go less loft, or if it's a golf course that desires more height, you could even go more loft. By the way, disclaimer, you've got to do that before the round, don't forget that. So this wrench in this club, I think it's going to be a very important feature. I think it's their first ever adjustable lofted hybrid that Mizuno have ever made. It's got some face thinness and thickness features on this, so offering, you hear this a lot of the time with manufacturers, different ball speeds, more consistent ball speeds off different sides of the faces. But for me, the looks of this wood is one of the big standout features. The matte blue linked in with the black face and the slight black ridge that just goes across the front edge of the club makes this hybrid look stunning. And I've never been a fan of blue looking golf clubs, but this blue, like the driver, is just class. It's a classic blue. It looks so expensive and top end. The Mizuno symbol, the running bird even on the toe, they're just these little features where they've actually made that chrome and they've sat it back almost engraved into the blue. Just looks so cool. I think that looks really smart. Head cover is a little boxing glove head cover, but it's actually got fur inside as well. Feels like they've gone real top end with these products this year. Now, hybrids. I have a love-hate relationship with hybrids, and I'll tell you why, because most of the time they go left. Hybrids for me generally have a tendency of going too far left, often get built a little bit too upright. Well, Mizuno's saying that they've actually flattened out their hybrids, but in the loft setting, which you can change the loft, you can place it back to upright again. So you've got options. You could get it to go left a bit more if you wanted to, but I've just got this in standard, but the standard lie is a little bit flatter. So I'm hoping, praying, that we don't see as many shots going off to the left with this hybrid. Sits amazing behind the ball. Not too big, not too deep. I've got this in the Fujikura standard shaft for this club, but I've got this in the extra stiff. Let's give this a hit. I'm using GC2 HMT. Well, there you go. It's definitely not gone to the left. It's gone quite the opposite and miles to the right. Now, I don't know if that was me just fighting that left shot because of old horrible habits with hybrids. I mean, that's nearly 50 yards offline. Terrible golf shot. Felt good, but super open with the club face, you can see there. And because of that, a very heely strike as well. But as always, we'll leave them in. We don't change the shots. Let's go again. Well, there we go. So much better hit. That green I've got there at 230. It's getting up there at 230. I like the hit of that one. It faded a little bit off to the right, but again, I don't mind that with a hybrid. Often as general better players start to go a little bit too far left with a hybrid as a rule. That's not always the case, but there's always a tendency of doing that. Strike location there, very centered, good height off the ball, club head speed. I'm not sure what I saw the club head speed. They're nearly 100 miles per hour, I think it was. And just a really good hit. Sounds awesome. And I'm indoors, so it sounds a little bit different than what it would do outdoor, but that sounds really good off the head. Again, loving the fact that's not going to the left. Really like the height of that. Land on the green. Oh, just off. Good height, good flight. Again, the option to potentially put that more upright if I wanted to maybe just tempt that fate of going to the left, but I don't really need to. I'm happy with that line that I'm hitting there. 145 ball speed, club head speed there at 105 actually, I was wrong at 100. Strike location super centered, and that had a carry distance of 223. Seems to be the more 3 shots in, and each time I've hit it slightly better. So that means this one, this should be the best. What did we say? So basically you just need 4 shots each time you have a go at a club. That felt awesome. Really good hit off that. I love the ball flight. I love the fact it's not going left on me. And honestly, hybrids always, this is why I've never really had one in my bag for a long period of time. Even when I used to draw the ball quite heavily, a hybrid for me would tend it way left. And you see that a lot with hybrid clubs. The fact they've actually flattened this out to give it more of a chance of going straight is only a benefit in my eyes. I see that wholly, only a benefit. Right, one more. This should now be super close, this last one. Should I just keep hitting until I get closer and closer? Love it. Really like that flight. Everything's just straight to slightly to the right. Love the feel, love the look of the club. It doesn't seem like it's that hard to hit. The first one was way off the mark, granted, but again, that's my deep fear of going left. I think with hybrid, I was protecting that shot. You can see all the data there up on screen. After that first one, I've struck them all absolutely in the meat of the club. After the first couple of bad shots, I'm in there around 225 average carry distance. I'll finish on one more just so that we know whether we can hold it or not. I don't think I'm going to get much closer than that last one, but we'll give it a go. Yeah, I love that flight. As a hybrid goes, that for me is the straightest hitting hybrid. And when I say this, and this sounds ridiculous, but straightest hitting in the fact that I couldn't hit it as far left. I felt very encouraging once I got the feeling of that after that first couple of shots. Really a massive fan of that blue look. A huge fan of the loft changes. What the variable kind of changes on the bottom are going to make, I'm not a great deal sure, but it's thin enough to hit off different surfaces as well. I would almost be guaranteed about that. And just, I think if I had a wood like this in my bag, there would be times where I'd go out, check the weather conditions and go, you know what? I'm just going to crank this down a little bit in loft, or I'm going to go up in loft a little bit more. It's a windy day, playing at the coast in a links course. I'm knocking this down to 17. I'm out in the US and I want to land these high into the greens at about 220. I'm cranking it up to 21 degrees. And I love the fact it's got that versatility to it. Great looking club. Performance wise, taking out that first shot, incredible. Incredible. Love the shots. Height, flight, love the hit. The strike feels awesome off the face. And just did what I'd want in a hybrid. For anyone testing this club, I think the biggest perk out of all of this is that you can change the loft to fit between your fairway wood and your longest iron. And that's the trick to hybrids. I see too many golfers with 2 clubs in their bag that do the same job. Be it a 4 iron and a 4 hybrid that do the same job, or sometimes I'll see like a 4 hybrid and a 7 wood that do the same job. But this has the option to tweak it. Once you get on the launch once, you can just tweak it and find that where your gap sits. Perfect. Mizuno Jpx900 hybrid. Very impressed with the performance of that. Yeah, really like that indeed. Would I swap it over for a 2 iron? For me, probably not still, because I like the variation that I can hit at 2 iron higher and lower. That for me feels like I'd have to change the loft to hit it iron lower. When my 2 iron, I don't have to. I can hit that different flights on my own accord. Mizuno Jpx900 fairway wood coming soon, 3 wood coming next. I've just got it there ready and waiting, ready to go. Guys, thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, hit subscribe by clicking the big red button down here. Comment below what do you think about the look and the performance of this Mizuno. Do you like it or do you not? Comment, like the video, and we'll see you next time.